Well, I think for one is that to say the organization has been known to be a really good organization. Um, it's a kind of a warm, welcoming type of organization where it makes you comfortable. Everything is ran very organized and professionally. And then so also with me also being from Florida, made it just that much easier for me to sign.
You have dealt with high expectations throughout your career. Have you talked about that to Hassan Whiteside? He's one of the guys that people are looking for this year.
Yeah. I mean, anytime you're a young player who has a lot of potential, there's a lot of upside. And so for him, I think it's about really being able to focus on a consistent basis, which will allow him to become a better player.
What are you looking forward to do better this year?
Whatever it takes for us to win. I think we have a pretty good roster. We have guys that can do a lot. I think it's about us being able to put these pieces to the puzzle together and see what we can do this season.
There's a lot of depth on this roster in terms of your position specifically. Was there any promise made to you in terms of minutes or what you're going to have to do this season?
There's no promises made, but I know they brought me here for a reason. So we're gonna definitely take advantage of that for sure.
Is this a championship team?
Every team thinks they're a championship team until you get out there in the basketball court, and then you start to see if guys can play together, and then see if everyone can gel. And on paper, yes, but it's about us staying healthy, and it's about us actually playing together and playing with a sense of urgency.
You were with Goran when he first came into the league. Did you see him becoming this kind of player, this kind of growth from him?
No question. I saw his rookie year that he was going to be a really good basketball player, and he had a good, he had a good sensei. Phoenix with Steve Nash. So I knew he was going to be a really good basketball player.
Was that part of the reason why you wanted to rejoin with him a little bit?
Yeah. If it was to stay in Phoenix, I was thinking about going back to Phoenix because of him.
Yeah.
But when he came to Miami, I knew he had a great chance to play alongside some veteran players who's going to help him. And then once I took a look at the roster here, and it just made more sense for me to sign here with the Heat.
He said he heard you were in town when he came to sign his deal, so he had to text you immediately and recruit you a little bit.
Yeah, he texted me. And Goran and I have been friends for a long time. So it's great to continue the relationship. All right.
What do you like about Miami as a city? I mean, you're from Orlando area, but Miami's obviously very different.
Yeah, Miami's a little different. The beach is always intriguing. The lifestyle is more relaxing. And just the whole history of Miami is great. Miami is known as the best city in Florida. I'm sure Orlando and the Jacksonville and the Tampa area is going to be a little shaken by that, but it's true. I mean, Miami's a beautiful city. There's a lot to love about Miami.
Do you still have a place in Lake Wales? Do you still have history there? Do you go there? Do you still spend time there?
For sure. My family's there. I just built I refurbished the outdoor basketball court there. I do a lot of community work there as well. So I still travel back to Lake Wales pretty often.
Is most of your community work in Lake Wales, or is it in Phoenix? Where?
Well, it's been worldwide actually. I did did some work in Sierra Leone, did some work in Mali, did some work in Israel, did some work in New York and Lake Wales, Chicago.
Can you tell us about some of the work you've done overseas? What kind of projects are they?
I started a African exchange program to where I sponsored about 4 students from Africa, and they're here now in America. They are actually going to college, and they're about to finish college soon.
Where?
I was here in Florida. I brought them here to Florida, and they went on through high school, and now they're in college. One of the guys is actually playing basketball over in Spain. So that's something that I did with that program. And there's a lot of work that I do from a charitable standpoint that I don't speak about much. I do it more from the heart rather than fame. But we're doing well.
When did you start doing that? Has that always been, or is there a certain point in your career when you started doing that?
No, I started the Amar'e Stoudemire Foundation back in 2005. which is my third year in the NBA. I was 21, I think I was. Then we've been very successful since. We have the #1 basketball youth program in America, and it's based out of Central Florida.
Sounds good.
All right.